Hello friends, good evening, namaste. So I'm here today with a new topic. Every Sunday we have a special topic to discuss, to share some essential points, and also we connect for a group meditation in the guided meditations. So today I'm here with you all, dear friends. I'm so happy to be here. And before we go into today's topic, let me know your name and you're from which place. You can share in the comment section. Shrikant Batula, hello, dear friend. And Tu Tamle, sorry if I pronounce wrongly. Hello, dear friends. And you can just say hi, hello, and your name, you're from which place. And for me, it's a very, very special topic. And I love this topic. We are going to explore deep into this concept about consciousness, being consciousness. We'll understand more about this topic today. And Niyati Basu Lodha from Jodhpur. Hello, hello, dear Niyati. Thank you, dear friend, for joining. So, from Quantum Life University and from all our Sangamaitra team who support, who cooperate, who communicate, who share everything. It can be work, it can be joy, it can be some sadness inside. We are all like beautiful Sangha we have here. From everyone, on behalf of from everyone, I'm welcoming you all for joining this session today, Sunday evening live session. And we have few more friends. Ramachandra from Srikakulam. Hello, Ramachandra Garu. And Shrikant from Vizag. Thank you, Shrikant. And Dwarikajat. Thank you for joining. So, in this is the topic for today: mastery of being consciousness. So, we as human beings, we go through different states of consciousness, and our consciousness levels, stages will be changing every day, every moment, and every situation that we encounter. It brings subtle changes in our consciousness, and you may get doubt about what is being consciousness. Before knowing about being consciousness, first we need to understand what is consciousness. Suppose if I can define you about consciousness, what I can define is, as I am speaking these words right now, and you are listening to these words with some words and with some spaces between the words, and as you are listening to these words, you just turn your attention inside, shift your attention inside, and observe who is listening to these words, who is observing this image that is in front of you, maybe in your mobile screen or your laptop or computer screen. Who is listening? Who is observing? Who is watching all these things that are happening in front of you? And you get a different level of awareness. It's about your own being. It's called consciousness. And we have many names for it: consciousness, presence, awareness, being state. There are many names, many synonyms for this word. So, whatever that you are experiencing, if you can just observe that state, it is your state of consciousness, it is your state of presence. So Absence is exactly opposite to presence. Consciousness, presence, all these are all same words. These are all synonyms. We can even what is called, what we call soul. The same word. Many ancient teachings, masters, in many scriptures, it is mentioned deeply. They have mentioned deeply about this consciousness, spirit, soul, everything. But to understand very easily, we need to just be aware of what's happening inside you. Who is listening to these words? That's your consciousness. And in this session, I'm going to talk about different levels of consciousness, or we can say different stages of consciousness, and what will happen, how is it going to benefit us by knowing about different stages of consciousness. Means we will bring shift in our state of mind, state of consciousness. When we know about something, when we read, when we learn, either from, maybe from the book, maybe from masters, maybe somewhere you heard about something, each time you learn something new, your state of consciousness changes. And the moment when we are aware of our own state of being, of our own state of consciousness, suppose you know that okay, I am in this particular state of consciousness, by knowing that you can transform to next level of consciousness. It is very important, dear friends, to know what state of consciousness that we are going through. And I'll be sharing you some practices, some processes to experience higher stages of consciousness. And this will bring shift in our life. This will shift our mindset. This will transform our beliefs by knowing about these states of consciousness. And we need to, ultimately our journey, maybe you are a practitioner of any kind of spiritual practice or meditation, or maybe you are doing some sadhana, but whatever that you do, all the practices will help you to achieve mastery of being consciousness. I say it, I call it as a seventh state of consciousness. And I'll be going through those states, what are the states and all, in some time. So this is like a map for us. It's like it creates a doorway to enter into different states of our being. And I am Loknath. My name is Loknath. I am from Quantum Life University, and I'm so thankful for QLU because it has created a big platform for many seekers, and there are many doors in the sense, there are many programs. You choose any program from QLU and you enter into a different door, and you enter by joining that program, by learning from that particular master, and your perception changes, your beliefs changes, your mindset changes, and finally your life changes. That's why I always feel gratitude towards QLU and the masters who created that, who are creating, who founded this QLU campus, Dr.Newton and Dr.Lakshmi, who are my teachers, my masters, who always guide me with their awakened wisdom. And by learning, by listening, by following, by practicing certain practices on a daily basis, we bring subtle changes. And over a period of time, we see tremendous changes in our consciousness levels. And as I'm going to explain you different states of consciousness, earlier, before I joined into this path, before I enter into this learning, before I learned all these tools, I was having a basic level of consciousness. And slowly, gradually, with all the practices, I am going into higher states of consciousness with the practices, with the guides, with the support of great QLU Sangha. And I'm so happy many of our friends are joining. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me today. And there is a reason why we are here. We all know that our life has a purpose. Our life has a meaning. Each one of us, whether you know it, whether you realize it or not, doesn't matter. But we have a grander purpose, grander mission is waiting to be revealed, waiting to be realized, waiting to be, waiting to bring it into manifestation. In that way, in that journey, every moment we have a purpose. Right now, I have a purpose to share with you this concept about mastery of being consciousness and to connect to you deeply, even though we are connecting virtually, wherever you are from, whichever part of the globe. But location is not a barrier, distance is not a barrier, but we are connecting. I am here to connect with all of you, whether you are live now or you are watching this session at a later time through YouTube, through QLU YouTube channel. But I am here to serve my purpose with the full meaning, with full joy, with full enthusiasm, with greater energy. That's what my purpose is here. And you are here as you are watching me, as you are listening to this session. There is a purpose behind this. Why you are watching this? Why this video has come to you? And from this state, from this moment onwards, you will see subtle changes in your life. Not only this session, every session is like that. So that's what the power of wisdom, the power of knowledge is what our ancient scripture says. Power of knowledge is equal to the power of Brahman. Like it brings a greater transformation in our life. I am always obsessed with learning, reading, with meeting masters. Always I keep doing attending courses. I always want to learn deeply. That gives me joy, that gives me liveliness, that gives me clarity about my purpose in life. It is very important, my dear friends, to achieve mastery of our being consciousness. So, when I say being consciousness, there are other words as well here that we need to know. Three words. One is being, another word is doing, another word is having. Be, do, have, be, do, have, be, do, have. But these three words, if we take deeper look into these three words: being, doing, and having. So in our life, majority of the human beings, how our state of energy, how our state of consciousness is going, flowing is like this. Suppose if I have this, suppose if I have this, I will be happy. So to experience happiness, I want to do this. Suppose I want to be happy. I want to experience happiness within me. Then I will go and earn more money, more money, more money. Means I go into doing mode because I want to have happiness inside. So I'll be going and earning, earning, earning. That is called doing. So having, doing, and third thing is so that I will be myself, so that I will be experiencing fully. I will be myself totally. So that's how generally human collective race is like that. But it is reverse. If you are with your own inner being, because you are magnificent being, you are amazing being, you are wonderful being, you have fullest potentiality, you have greater consciousness within you, you have unlimited reservoir of talents, you have many gifts within you. If you tap into that potentiality, if you tap into that wisdom, if you awaken those talents, if you bring your potentiality into kinetic action, kinetic action mode. Then from that state of being, if you do something, that means starting with being state and then you do something, then you have everything. But what we think generally, how our schooling system, how our parenting system, how our colleagues, how our friends, how our society teaches, you need to have more in your life, and to have more you need to do and more, then you will be happy. It's not like that. First, if you are full from within, by connecting to the state of unlimited energy, unlimited uh, consciousness, unlimited presence, and you are here totally grounded into this moment, not worrying about the past, not bringing future worries into the mind, but just you are being, and you started doing some work, and it can be anything. It can be your job, it can be cooking, it can be singing. Then you have everything in your life. This is what we need to reverse the paradigm. We need to reverse the thinking that is there installed in our mind. It's like a habitual pattern that we have. That's why we are running to do something, to have something. But what we lose is we lose our being consciousness. We lose our inner joy, inner peace, inner happiness, and we are like running in life. So what happens? We lose energy, we lose enthusiasm, we lose hope, and many fears attack us, because we are living in a society where we are surrounded by full of negativity, full of confusions, full of what we say, lot of doubts, worries, jealousy, hatredness. If we are living in this kind of world, then we lose lot of our energy, lot of our potentiality, by thinking, worrying about unnecessary things. Because it's like most of the times we are in social conditioning, hypnosis of social conditioning. What does that hypnosis of social conditioning does to us? It always feeds fear, it feeds fears into our mind. It doesn't help us to be with our inner joy, with our inner light. So that's why we need guidance, we need support, we need to be surrounded by with positive or like-minded beings. Right now I am here in QLU headquarters in Hyderabad, Banjara Hills, and from here first time I am doing this live session. Earlier I have done for many years, almost for the past 8 9 years I was giving my talks here, the physical classes, directly, not live. But the live sessions I was giving from my hometown. But I'm shifted now here to city, because we are going to have amazing soul coach transformation program. And here I am with my sangha members, our QLU sangha. So joyfully we are working, we are sharing, we are learning from each other, and I'm so happy to be here. Here, the energy is so pleasant, so peaceful, so calm, because here the place which is surrounded by peaceful energy, the vibrational energy is so high here, and where the place has matter a lot, and the community has matter a lot in our life to bring shift in our consciousness. So let us go deep into this concept. Our consciousness can affect every area of our life. As I told you, I'm going to talk about the different states of consciousness. Whatever the state of consciousness that we carry at this moment, at that moment, that will affect your area of your life. So, if our consciousness is fully grounded into this moment, then what we experience in life, the first and foremost thing is balance. It brings balance to our life. So because of all these outside situations, what happens? We lose balance. We lose balance in our mind. We lose balance in our life. So if we can bring subtle changes in our consciousness, then it naturally brings balance. It brings the order in our life. So for bringing that balance, what we need to do, we need to look inside ourselves. We have two eyes which always look outside for everything. We look outside for approval. We look outside for validations. We look outside for appreciations. We look outside for getting permission or validation from others that we are successful. We most of the times we are looking outside, but when we look inside, there is a shift in your perceptions. There is a shift in your awareness. So each time we go into our own self, that's what meditation does. What meditation does is miraculous, magical, transformational, transcendental. So each time we look inside, we know it's like we know different shades of our own being. We know about our true self. We know about our capabilities. We know about our limitations. We know about our strengths. That's what looking inside ourselves is fundamental, essential ingredient in bringing shift in your consciousness. So generally, mostly how life happens to many people is like this. If you look at this image, like the horses which are running, it's called living on autopilot. Living, it's called autopilot mode. You know what is autopilot mode? Autopilot mode is nothing but something which is already programmed, and it goes like that. There is no constant direction. There is no constant clarity. Autopilot mode means an unconscious mode of living. We go in life like every day is like same routine with all the mundane things, like a routine, same routines, going to job, doing the same work, getting tired, sleeping, eating, reproducing. The same things happen, and there is no awareness, there is no presence, there is no consciousness. We just go. That's it. If we ask ourselves this question, why am I doing this, and we don't have answer. We our logical mind gives us answers, like suppose why you want to earn more money. Our logical mind answers like, if I earn more money, then my parents or my family members will be happy. And you may get answers from your mind saying, so that everyone will say I am successful. So these are all the answers, that is not coming from within, but it's coming from outside of yourself. It's an autopilot mode. We are going, we are running, no direction. If you look at this image, horses which are going, running crazily, but there is no direction. But if you look at a chariot, when there is a charioteer where he is riding the chariot, the horses are being controlled by those ropes, and horses will not just go on their own, because that driver, charioteer, he gives the direction to these horses. So even in our own life also, if there is no driving force, if there is no guiding force, if there is no direction force within us of about where we are going, why we are doing this, who we are, if we don't have these things, these questions, if we don't have answers to these questions, then we are living our life in an autopilot mode. We want to examine, we want to ask ourselves, how am I living? Then your life was started taking different shift. And another opposite word, opposite word for this autopilot is consciousness. So living consciously. When we live our life consciously, we don't need anyone's validations. We know exactly what to do. We know exactly what we are doing. We know exactly where we are going. If you look at traffic signals, example in the roads, especially some metropolitan cities, when there is a traffic policeman and everyone follows the traffic. Of course, many individuals, we follow traffic rules. I can't, deny that fact. But generally, we notice, right? If you are at the traffic signal, when there is no policeman, when there is no camera there, people just cross the road, without waiting until the green signal comes. So even in our life also, if there is not enough presence, when there is no greater clarity in our life, what happens? We live unconscious life. So that's what bringing more presence is very important, dear friends. Switch off and switch on. Switch off the autopilot mode and switch on consciousness. How can we switch off and switch on? How do we know that I am living my life in an autopilot mode or conscious mode? By asking some questions. I'm going to have a few questions that I will share with you in these slides. So, if you are operating your life from autopilot mode, what happens? You live by the rules of society. You live by the rules of many people. But if you switch on the consciousness and you switch off the autopilot mode, when you switch on the consciousness, what happens? You live your life by your own rules. What many new age teachers says, rules, all the rules, all the basic rules. People say, you should be like this, you should do like this, all the rules. Since our childhood, we keep hearing from our parents, from our elders. If you take my life as example, oh God, it was terrible. Since my childhood till I reached 23 years of age, I was totally, utterly living autopilot mode. It was completely programmed life. It was completely conditioned life. I was not introduced to the state of consciousness or state of presence because I was following the rules of society. I was following the rules of my parents. I was following the rules of my sisters, my siblings. I was following the rules of my friends. And what I was carrying that time was I I am not good enough because everyone was telling about me more. Everyone was telling me how to live life, what to read, what to study, what job to do. I was working in a corporate job earlier as a senior software engineer for Wipro and Oracle Corporation. I was working, everyone was happy in my life, in my world, but that happiness, that joy, whatever the liveliness that I have right now, it was not there. Whatever the presence that I have now, it was not there because I was living autopilot mode. Only because if you do job, only because if you work for a great company, good company, if you get more salary, then your life will be happy. That was the autopilot software that was installed in my mind. And I was always trying to check whatever my parents was telling, whatever my friends were telling, whatever society is doing, and I am also following along with them. But if whenever I question myself about my happiness, I was not happy for 23 years of my age. Then I stepped into this called meditation, the mindfulness. All the layers of unconsciousness started peeling off, and I started growing in presence. I started understanding about my own self. I started looking at many darker aspects of myself, many shadow selves that I had earlier, and I started working on them. and I started progressing. I started seeing so much of growth within me. And it is not the growth that I can show to the people. See, this is what I achieved. This is what I achieved so far. No, it is not there. And I was not since 10 years. I never waited for anyone's approval, validations about my own existence, about my own being, because I know who I am from within. I know what I am doing, why I am doing. That's what switching on consciousness means. We have the mind which is always running crazily, so that needs to be turned off. That autopilot mode is like a past hypnosis cd that is running in the mind. Like suppose in the family, you are an youngster, you want to enjoy the music with the new songs, latest album, then you can play that. But what happens, your father who is having 50 years of age, but he wants to listen old songs, old albums. What you do that time? You don't like that songs, you just go and open that cd, or maybe in the mobile, maybe in the computer or both system, you just change the track. It is so simple. Exactly same with our mind. If you know that you are living by any rule given by someone which is unconscious, which is not giving you life energy, turn it off. Say goodbye to that rule, and then you just program your mind with awareness, with presence, with new beliefs, new thoughts, new ideas. Then you experience shift in your life every day. Switching on consciousness means every day morning when you get up, when you wake up, what you do, you in a bed, when you are out of sleep, you just sit in your bed with closed eyes for a few seconds. Tell yourself, I am switching on my consciousness. Right now, I woke up from sleep. Now I turn on, I switch on my consciousness. I switch on my presence. Just this word, this affirmation will bring the transformation in your state of being. This is a powerful practice, dear friends. I do generally when I wake up. I just don't rush for other works, other day's activities. I just sit silently on the bed for some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I tell myself, today I bring more consciousness, more presence into all the activities that I am going to do. Today, I become aware of all the old programming that happened to me. And whenever I I slip into that old autopilot mode, I immediately shift my attention into the present moment, into my presence, into my being state. And with these words for yourself that you tell, it brings a lot of changes. Not only just in the morning, whenever you are given some work in your office, whenever you are doing something, you just bring this question, bring this insight into your mind. What is my state of consciousness right now? And bringing this insight, right now I switch on my consciousness into this work. Then your entire energy, your entire mindset will shift, and you experience greater energy levels from within. That's what it's also called habit of consciousness. Habit of consciousness means every now and then you bring these thoughts. I turn on, I switch on my consciousness. Like how you enter into a room, you just turn on a switch so that you can see, you can turn on the light switch, you can see everything clearly. Like that, there is a light within. Even though there is a darkness outside, but there is a light within. That's why when we look within, when we go within, when we look our inside, ourselves with closed eyes, initially there is a darkness. You don't see anything with closed eyes, but the inner light shines through. Inner light gives the clarity. Inner light, inner presence gives the meaning to your life, whatever that you do. Many friends are joining. I'm so happy to see all of you, dear friends, in this session today. Hope it is not boring. Hope you are enjoying this session because I am so enjoying to share these words with you. And if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me because we will give some time for question and answer section. So, and here is the time for self questioning. And there are some questions you need to ask yourself these questions. No one answer for you for these questions. Let us look into those questions. First thing is, what am I doing? As I already told about these questions, what am I doing? You bring this question, self question, each time you start anything new. New in the sense, maybe you are doing the same job, same work, but when you go into the computer table in your office, maybe if in the lockdown you are working from home, I know because for the whole year I was working from home because of all the uncertain COVID situations. Whatever the work that you start doing, you just ask yourself, what am I going to do today? What am I doing? You keep asking this question, and it brings more liveliness, more presence, more alertness to you. And another question is, why am I doing it? This why, the bigger why that we need to ask. Why in a movie in Telugu language, my native language, there is a movie, there is a comedian who always have these questions in the mind. In the entire movie, his research is about why, what, how. Why, what, how, or why, what, how, who. Like he always questions everything, even in our life also. Though even though that movie they shown it for a comedy purpose, but still there is a meaning in it. Whatever the work that you do, ask yourself, why am I doing it? You get the answer. Suppose you are doing job. If you ask this question, why am I doing it? Maybe as I am telling you to ask yourself this question, you might be, some of you might be thinking, oh, this Loknath is telling crazy thing. He asked me to ask this question. Okay, I am doing job. If I ask this question, why am I doing it? The answer is, I know, because I need money, I'm earning. I want to have a car, brand new BMW car. That's why I'm doing this. Spontaneous answers that come from the mind. But if you keep on asking the same question every day, when you open your computer, when you open your laptop for your work, maybe you are cooking, maybe you are driving, maybe you are a manager, a leader in a company, maybe you are a CEO. If you keep on asking this question, why am I doing it? Your consciousness changes, your entire awareness, your mindset shifts totally. And you know the result of asking this question, the benefit of asking this question is so profound, so beautiful, so transformative. You get answers differently each time you ask. You can take this as your homework, your practice, dear friends. Suppose if you are working, you are a software professional, keep asking the same question every day. Why am I doing this job? And you end up with many answers in a month's of time. And suppose you are, if you ask this question today for your job, like why I am doing this job, your answer might be, I am doing this job because I want to earn. But if you keep on asking this question, end of the 30 days, like if you keep on asking this question for 30 days, on 30th day, you check your answers for the same question. You will get different answers. I'm sure. I guarantee for that. Because why I say I guarantee for that, I was asking the same question. Initially it was silly question for me, because I am doing job, I am earning more money, and many people were praising me that I am earning more money than my close friends, and my ego was happy. I felt I was happy. So and over a period of time, when I asked this question, why am I? And it was not actually consciously. It was not like regularly I was asking, but this question started. It originated from my mind. It was generating continuously. Why am I doing this job? What the hell that I am getting from this job? Except money. There was no meaning. There was no joy in doing that job. And this question has led me into different directions, different routes, and different doors open in my life. And finally I ended up knowing my purpose, discovering my purpose, realizing my dharma. So questions are so powerful. Generally what happens, we ask all the wrong questions to the wrong people. We need to ask right questions, but to your own self, not to someone else. Maybe they may say, like example, a boy who asks, like a boy who is crying, small boy who is crying, not eating food. Mother brings her child, and she shows her finger. She points her finger towards the moon. See, there is a moon, and this cute little innocent boy, he looks at the finger of mother and he enjoys. Okay, this finger is the moon, and he understands that, but he is not actually looking at the moon, which is so beautiful, so peaceful, so cool, so delighted. Same with our own self. If we ask such deeper questions outside of ourselves, maybe anyone, maybe your friends, maybe it can be anyone. If you ask this question, not only these questions, there are many right questions. You don't get the right answers. Maybe they might be telling the right answer, but they show like a finger pointing towards the moon. It's like that. We can't experience the right answers. But if you ask outside, so keep on asking yourself, and there is a shift. You keep moving into higher states of consciousness, and your work brings more meaning to you. Whatever the work, maybe you are cooking. Earlier you are not liking it because maybe you might be homemaker, housewife. Every day you are cooking, you are getting bored. You don't know, you are not enjoying. But if you ask this question, it will give many answers to you, and it brings a lot of joy, inner joy to you. And the third question is, how is it affecting my life? And also some more words can be added to this third question. How is it affecting my life? What are the words? I'll tell you. How is it means whatever the work that you are doing. Ask yourself, how is it affecting my life as well as the people around me? Maybe people in my family, people in my society, in my community, maybe people in my company. How is my work going to affect? How is it going to bring change in my life as well as the people in my life? It also gives more meaning to your life. So these are self questions every day, morning or afternoon. Maybe while you go to office, you keep asking these questions, dear friends. I encourage you to continue this practice for few days at least. And another thing is to raise our consciousness, to connect to our being consciousness, to achieve mastery of our consciousness, is start meeting, communicating, living with conscious communities. There are many communities around the world, and there are conscious communities or spiritual communities around the world. If you be associated, connected with any conscious communities, it may be a sangha, it may be your tribe. We may call it as tribe. Maybe your friends, peer group or friends group. But those who are having this kind of mindset to bring change in their life, to bring change in the lives of others. If you keep interacting, if you are associating with those people, then your state of consciousness rises to a different level of consciousness. That's what because conscious communities will bring vibrational changes. It has high vibrational frequencies in the communities. So you will not be alone. You will be elevated, uplifted by many other co-elevators, co-participants, with your friends, with your sangha. Communities build vibrational infrastructure. So what is this vibrational infrastructure means? There is energy in sangha. There is energy in the tribe. There is energy that is operating in the people you are always meeting regularly. So if you are in the conscious communities, what happens? It has already elevated its vibrational energy. And when you are living with these people, what happens? Naturally, your autopilot mode turns off and your consciousness will switch on naturally without much effort. That is the power of Sangha. That is the power of community, dear friends. And paradigm shift. So paradigm shift means if you see the words here, different paradigms have different realities. So if you want to bring total transformation in your life, first you need to bring this shift from your mind, within your mind. That brings the paradigm shift. That means complete transformation comes in your life. So each time you transform your state of mind, you transform your life, your reality outside. So it's called perceptual reality. Generally, this is also about different states of mind that we experience in life. Suppose in the image, if you look at it, one person say it is 6, another person says it is 9, the number 9. This is called perceptual reality. With whatever the perception that we look at things, it appears like that. Both ways are correct. So good, bad, who knows? This saying from the ancient teachings, good, bad, who knows? There's a story I would like to share with you. And there is a person in a village who is a farmer. He was going for bringing wood for cooking purpose in the family. He used to collect the wood. He used to cut the trees and collect the wood to home. And one day he saw a horse which is abandoned in the forest, and he brought that horse into his house. And everyone was telling to this farmer, "Oh, you are a lucky person. You have good fortune. You got a horse." And he used to reply, "Good, bad, who knows?" And after a month's time, what happened? One day, this horse left him. In the night, the horse ran away into the forest, and everyone started. The villagers started telling him, "Oh, what a bad fortune you have! You had a horse, but you don't have horse now. You are such a bad luck guy." And this farmer used to reply, "Good, bad, who knows?" And after a week's time, this horse which left, it brought another 10 horses along with that horse to this farmer's home. And many people started saying, "Oh, you are a good, fortunate person. Many horses you have now. You can do anything." Then this farmer replies the same, "Good, bad, who knows?" And one day, what happens? This farmer's son going for ride, horse ride. You know that horse, it was like a wild horse which was not trained properly. This horse was started running, and this boy fell down from the horse, and his that 14 years old young boy, his leg is broken, leg is fractured, and he got operated, and he had to take bed rest, and he can't walk anymore without any support. And many villagers started coming to him again. "Oh, you are such a bad fortune guy. You have bad luck. You have horses, but your son doesn't have leg now. He doesn't walk properly. His leg is fractured. You are a bad fortune person." And same the person with same reply, "Good, bad, who knows?" And after few days, what happened? Here is the change in the story. And the military army people in that country, in that place, they started coming to every village, and they were taking all the young boys for training in the army, so that they can protect the country. So it was the rule given by the king, or given by the government of that country, of that place. And everyone, without without any exception, they were taking all the young boys who are into 14, 14, 15 years of age. So they train the boys, and later they can protect the country at the borders. And because of this farmer's son, whose leg is broken, leg is fractured, so this army men, they didn't take this boy. And the villagers again started telling, oh, you are such a your boy, and yourself, you are fortunate, you have good fortune, because your son is with you. But we don't know when they return to us, whether they return to us, whether they come back lively or not, we don't know, because the army took away. He says, good or bad, who knows? This is what perceptual reality. Every time something, some lottery we won, or something good happens, we go into extreme joyful state by knowing that it is going to be forever with us. Or sometimes, something happens, some bad incident happen in your life, and you say, oh, I'm a bad fortune person, I have a bad luck, why all this happening to me? And we blame ourselves, we blame our family members, we blame society, we blame our managers, we blame the creator, God, universe, Allah, or Jesus, whoever you believe strongly. That's a perceptual reality. For me, for example, 6 months back I met with an accident, and that time there was severe injury happened to me. The knees were, no, I had to bed rest for a few months, and I started walking slowly, but I had severe knee pains. It took many months for me to completely walk easily. Now I am able to walk, but that time I was not blaming. I was not, judging myself or judging for that incident that happened to me. But I used that opportunity for my growth, for my learning process, and I understood the lessons of why it happened in my life. So we need to look at things, situations, with different perceptions. From our perception, it is six. Maybe if you see, look at the image, one person say it is six, another person say it is nine. Both are correct. So if we transcend to higher levels of consciousness, whatever the incident that happened in our life, we look from that bird's view or a higher viewpoint, then our way of looking at things changes, and our life changes. And the integral life that we live when we reach to uh, higher states of consciousness. The integral life means you become inclusive person who includes everything, all inclusive approach to our own being and existence. So we don't blame anyone, we don't exclude anyone, we include. And your empathy start expanding, and you start understanding many persons. Maybe you have a company, you are running an organization, maybe you are a leader in your area, maybe you are a political leader, maybe you have many team whom you are leading, but because you understand the pain of everyone. That's called empathy, that's what caring, that's what integrity of life, integral life, not integrity, integral life. That means you include everything. Good thing happen in your life, you include it. Bad thing happen, you include it. You don't exclude things as good or bad. You just welcome everything in your life. And here another important words that I want to share: I space and we space. I space means we always think about us, personal identity, individual identity. I want this, I want that to happen. If you are people with a lot of eye space, what happen? Wherever they are, they want to, they want always things happen according to their expectation. But another thing is we space. We space means inclusion, I consciousness or we consciousness, I can say. That I space, if we are identified with I space, you are always into the head, into your mind. Whatever that you want to do, you keep doing. You don't think about others. You don't much think about other people. You just only thing is you just always live from your perception, and you say this is only the truth. But when we shift our I identity to we identity, we consciousness, we space, then we include, we bring joy into the community, we bring harmony, happiness into your workplace, into your family. That's what we space means. Always we need to lose this head consciousness, head awareness, the mind awareness, all the thoughts, and then tune into the we space, we consciousness. So that no, suppose in your family someone is suffering, you can't just say, oh, he is suffering, I don't care, I don't mind. You don't say that, right? But what happens when you are in the office, you are working, but someone is experiencing pain, they are not happy. You, if we are connected to we space, we just go approach them, ask them, is there anything that I can help you? So that's what community is about. That's what community living. In community, in sangha, if someone is down, they uplift us, they elevate us, and they help us, they guide us, they support us. That's what very important, my dear friends, by connecting to the we space. And another important thing is consumer versus creator. In life, generally, what happens? Many people, they are like consumers. Consumer in the sense, the word that I why I use consumer here is, if we are a consumer always, we always want, I want money, I want name, fame, I want everything. But I don't think about anything else. Opposite word is creator. Consumer, person with consumer thoughts, consumer awareness, I can say. There's nothing called consumer awareness, but I'm just using the words. If you are having always consumer mindset, you always want everything from outside, from other people. But if you have a creator mind, creator consciousness, what happens? You create many things in your life, and also you create many things for others. Example I will tell. Consumer means you do job only for the sake of your own self and your family members, because you earn more money, your family will be safe in the future times. If any things happen, you will save your family. You are a consumer. Suppose you are doing a job, but it is helping many people, where you are earning money from by doing that job, as well as you are you are like a magnet. Suppose you have more money, you are earning, you are growing, but in your circles, in your friends, someone who is suffering, having no money, their needs are not met. What happens? Because you are with creator consciousness, you can help them by giving your knowledge, you can help them by giving your tools, you can help them by giving your money. I have a lot of money in my bank, why don't you just take this money? Because creator consciousness persons, if you have this creator consciousness, you don't worry about your survival, because you are not a consumer here. You are not thinking just about your own self, not just thinking about your family, but you are thinking about many people. The more you give, the more you share, the more you contribute, the more joy you experience, because you have the creator mindset. You can create. You don't think if I give I lose. You think if I give more, I get more. That's what creator consciousness. And I want you to ask another question, this question to you. In my life, just ask yourself, examine your life whenever you are sitting alone. Just ask yourself, am I a consumer in life or am I a creator? Consumer means you think only about yourself, only your growth, your money, your name and fame. Creator means you include, you connect to V space. As things are flowing more and more into your life, you want to distribute, you want to contribute to many people. So, am I a consumer or as am I a creator? Of course, we need money. I love money. I'm not against money. When I am saying this, don't misunderstand my words myself. Money is important, but apart from that, what else that you are doing, whatever the job that you are doing, so is it bringing meaning to your life, and also is it bringing meaning and change in many lives that you are meeting on daily basis? That's what shifting yourself from the state of consumer mind to creator mind, left brain to right brain. So this now I'm going to come to this part about sharing about states of consciousness or stages of consciousness, or we can say levels of consciousness. So, a student who is studying fifth class, he knows up to that level, that much level only. Person who is doing post graduation, he knows more knowledge, more he knows many things about education than the one who is studying in fifth class. And also person who is studying, who is doing PhD, he'll be having enormous knowledge on that particular topic. It's like that. Each time we level up one consciousness, each time we level up from one state to another state, we grow, our light shines beautifully. So it's like a map for life. By knowing about the states of consciousness, it opens the different doors in our life. It opens earlier it was all walls, but you see door where you can open it by knowing about states of consciousness. So it's a map given by many teachers, many masters. Let us look into that aspect now. So if you are getting any questions, maybe you can post in the comment section. I can read out and I will. I'm happy to answer, dear friends. And first state of consciousness is victim consciousness. This is the first state of consciousness, victim consciousness. When a person is identified with victim consciousness, what happens? From the story, I will tell you that a farmer who lost the horse which came to him first. If he is identified with victim consciousness, he'll be worrying about, oh God, my horse is gone. I have no more horse now. What can I do now? I am a loser. And also he blames his wife that he have not tied the horse properly because he is a victim at that moment. A person with victim consciousness, and also we can say this state is called a blamer consciousness. Blame consciousness, I can say. So people, when they are identified with victim energy, victim consciousness, it is called a lowest level of consciousness. It is very basic. So these people always blame, they always complain, they judge, they criticize, they hypnotize people with their victim stories. And if you are living with people who are victims around you, and they try to pull your energy down, they try to bring yourself down because they are victims. So most of the energy of a victim is blaming. Always they say no, no. Looking at this image, looking at this image, no, it's showing no, no. Some only they need only good things to happen, no bad things, no negativity, no accidents, no losing of money. I don't want that. Only I want rosy things. Suppose you want flowers. While plucking the flower, there may be thorns to that plant. which may, which may hurt you. So I don't know, I don't want thorns. Why God created thorns to this plant? Why not only flowers? Because we are victim, we are blamers. So that's the first state of consciousness. Second thing is, as you see it from the image, from the words, race consciousness. Majority of human beings are participating in this race consciousness. Majority of human beings, more than 85% of entire population are in this race consciousness. Only maybe 10, 5 or 15% of human beings who are out of this race. What is this race consciousness? There are two words here to explain about this race consciousness. One is comparison, second thing is competition. If you are comparing yourself with others, suppose others are growing and you are not growing, and you have race consciousness within you. Others are earning more money but you are getting less money, you are in the race consciousness. I want to compete with him, because you are comparing. That's what race consciousness. So people in the race consciousness, they want to earn more money. One building is there, one car is there, and enough of money is coming, bank balance is there, but still I want to have two more buildings, two more apartments, two more cars. They want multiplication of things. It is good to have multiplying things, because nature is abundant. Everywhere you see no lack in the nature. But people in the race consciousness, if I don't get now, I may get old fast. I may die. My family may suffer. You are in a race. I have to be hurry. I want to go for next job, another promotion. You are not fully grounded, you are not fully enjoying of all the things whatever that you already have, because you are comparing every day. You are looking at the newspaper, your mobile, maybe you are comparing with your colleagues. You want to participate in race. I want to go fast, because I want to prove myself that I am bigger than him, I am greater than him, I am faster than him, I have more than my neighbor, my colleague. Where are we running? According to Gallup study, 87% of people who are working, 87% of human population who are doing jobs, they are not liking their jobs. They dislike their jobs. And you see so much of race. You know what is race? Horse race, some race. Everyone want their hearts to win. In life also, this race consciousness is there. If you are always, how do we know that I am in a race consciousness state? How do we know? By asking yourself, by looking within. Am I comparing myself with anyone? Am I competing with anyone? If you have answer yes for this question, then you are into the second state of consciousness. It can be maybe you are comparing with your friend, your colleague, your you know your neighbor, because you are seeing your neighbor, you both are neighbors for the past 10 years. He has started building new apartment, new bungalow, but you are living in a small bungalow. You want your, every day you look at his bungalow. This is a race consciousness. You know how race horse run. You are like that. Your energy, your mindset, it runs continuously and it depletes your energy. It sucks your energy. You go down by looking at that how bungalow for your neighbor. You are not happy. You are jealous. You are hatred. There should be tsunami. There should be earthquake tomorrow. That bungalow has to collapse. It has to demolish. You are in a race consciousness. And as I told you, these two words runs. Our driving force will be comparison or competition. We will not be happy if our close friend is growing, because we are in a race. Oh, my friend is earning more money. He got a bungalow, he got a car, and he traveled to other country. When will I do? When will I go? It's good if you Take him as your inspiration in a positive way. Inspiration is different, friend. But comparison, competition, that I also want to go. Suppose you want to go to other country, you can go. Not because your friend has started, no, your friend got opportunity working in USA, and your inside the energy is not happy. You are bothered so much. It's not because you are not going. It's because your friend has already gone. What happens, because many people, neighbors ask, your friend already he flight back to USA, working there, earning more money, but you are still here. To answer him, to make him stop saying that words, I want to go to USA. What will you get? You end up in depression. You end up in frustration, jealousy, hatredness. That is what race consciousness. Maybe you can say, if you are authentically, if you are open to share with the sangha here, you can say, one friend said, Narayan Rashi, great explanation, bro. Race consciousness. Thank you, dear friend, Narayana. And if you identify with this race consciousness, and dear friend, as I told, there is nothing right or wrong. You acknowledge, but because whoever are participating in this session, they're all like-minded people. They don't judge. If you authentically, if you want to share, you can say, I am identified with race consciousness. You can say, I am in that. I am in state two. Authentically you can say, but it's not compulsory. If you feel like, it's like acknowledgement. It's like a declaration that I am this. By that declaration, by that acknowledgement, you transform yourself with the energy of sangha, dear friends. And next is the transcendental consciousness. This is also called waking consciousness. When you are with the transcendental consciousness, you wake up from this first state and second state of consciousness. Means you are aware what you are doing. All these questions come to you. Why do I need to blame my manager? And you start asking, why do I compete with my colleague? I can use my mind, I can use my creativity, my talent to go to abroad. Or I just be here and I'll be happy. Because you are transcending. Transcendence, transcendental consciousness means going beyond, going beyond all these first two states of mind, of consciousness. And you transcend, you wake up. Like how we wake up from the bed every day. You wake up from all the autopilot softwares, all the hypnosis of mind conditioning, all the programmed mind. You wake up from that. You go beyond that. And you started looking inside. That's what transcendental consciousness. Going beyond from the social conditioning. That's what waking consciousness, dear friend. And the fourth state is flow consciousness. If you are in the transcendental consciousness, you may say, I am in third state, dear friend. You can share it. How do we know that we are in transcendental consciousness? We say no most of the times. Someone says something, you say no. Someone try to impose one rule into your mind. You say no, I don't want. You don't take the poison of other people's opinions, judgments, criticism. If someone praise you, you say thank you for your opinion. Someone criticize you, you say it's okay, thank you for your opinion. I know who I am. If you have this state of mind, means you are with the third state of consciousness. And flow consciousness means it is another level. It is the next level to the third state. Flow consciousness means you just allow everything. You accept everything. You don't judge the things good or bad. Whatever comes, you just accept and you flow with life. Some bad happens to you, but you just accept. You tell yourself, if this disease has come to me, means universe is trying to teach me something. That is the flow consciousness, and nothing will stop you. You don't have money, but your journey, your growth will continue. You don't have anyone to support you, but You are with fourth state of consciousness, flow state of consciousness. You just flow like a river. It just goes. And when the river is flowing, when there is a big stone, big rock, and the river does not sit silently. Oh, there is a rock, there is a stone. I can't go further. But that river just takes a turn. It is flexible. It just goes. It flows. It's also called river consciousness, I can say. This word is not there, but just coming through me, coming to me. Flow consciousness. You accept yourself as you are. You accept everything as it is. You accept every person as they are. Next thing is manifester consciousness. And also it's called creator consciousness. As I told you, creator consciousness means you use power of intention to bend your reality, and you manifest things in your life. You go beyond earlier states of consciousness, and you use your mind power, thought power, intention power. Suppose you don't have money in your life, but you use your intention power and you create money in your life. You don't compare, you don't compete, you don't feel jealous, you don't blame anyone, because you already gone beyond them. You manifest in your life. You want happiness, you manifest. You want health, you manifest. You want good job, you manifest, because you know you have full potentiality in your life. It's called creator consciousness, I can say. You create anything with visualization, with affirmations, with imagination, with intuition, with intention power. Next is sixth state of consciousness is called higher consciousness. What is called channeler consciousness. Channeler consciousness or higher consciousness means this is a little, it is another level to the earlier state of consciousness. Higher consciousness means you don't even use your intention power. In this state of consciousness, life happens through you. What is meant by life happens through you means you just how when you are under a shower, you just allow the shower water to clean your body in the bathroom. You don't need to anything under the shower, it just cleans everything, all the dirt. So in the higher state of consciousness, channeler consciousness, you download many concepts, many ideas. Download it, it comes into you, and you are like a big magnet in your life. You want knowledge, knowledge flows through you. You want something, even you, there is no question of wanting, it just flows through you. And it's also called you become bridge to many individual beings. So many spiritual teachers come into this category, sixth state of consciousness, channeler consciousness. Whenever they take a class, whenever they give a lecture, they channel wisdom spontaneously, because they are connected to higher consciousness. And in this state of consciousness, you totally completely transcend this I space. You are always living with V space. That means you whatever that you do, it's for many people. Many spiritual masters are like that. Channeler consciousness. They channel higher wisdom to many people. And if you are into this, you can acknowledge this. Yes, I think I am having this consciousness. And also this state of consciousness will be changing from moment to moment, dear friends. It's not permanent state. By knowing that, suppose you know that today you notice that you are into race consciousness. Don't worry. By knowing that you are already transcended, you moved to third state. So it will be changing. Seventh state, final state of consciousness, it's called being consciousness or unity consciousness, oneness consciousness, enlightened consciousness, visionary consciousness, missionary consciousness. So this is a state many mystics, many greatest masters on this earth planet. You take Buddha, you take Jesus Christ, Muhammad Pravakta, Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi. These are like they have mission, they have vision, they are obsessed by their mission. They want to bring this shift in the entire collective level. the entire Earth planet. So these are self-realized people are operating their life from this state of consciousness. This called, so our journey, our purpose, our life, our travel should be reaching to this seventh state of consciousness. That's what mastery of being consciousness, knowing our vision for life, knowing our mission for life, knowing our purpose for life. Why am I here? What is that I want to bring to this Earth planet? What change I can leave? What what is that I can leave when I leave my body in this Earth planet? Because we know at the end of the day, end of the lifetime, we don't take anything, but we have to leave everything. You may be a billionaire, but you have to leave $1 billion of rupees just there, here. You can't carry it after dying. So I want to ask yourself, what is the legacy that I want to leave behind when I die? And you move to seventh state of consciousness. Any questions, dear friends? Any questions you can share, you can ask me. So, and just you can write your questions here in the comment section. These few things just I will share. Who are you being? Keep asking yourself, who are you being? Who are you being means what state of consciousness you are operating from? Are you feeling a victim, or are you feeling in a race consciousness? Are you in a transcendental consciousness? Who are you are being? Who are you being? Where are you operating your life from? It is a paradigm shift. It is a transformational vortex. It is the window, it is the corridor. And you enter into different doors. Your awareness, your consciousness, your words, everything bring change collectively. And the practice of surrender. These are some practices as a takeaway from this session, dear friends. You can practice surrender. Whatever happen in your life, especially some misfortune, bad things happen in your life, but just surrender yourself. And another thing is time to time, quiet the turbulent mind. Slow down, switch off this turbulent mind to enter into highest states of consciousness. And another practice is meet your master. When I say meet your master, you might be thinking about your spiritual teacher, master, that wherever you are getting guidance from, whoever you are getting guidance from. But here, what I want to say, meet your master from within. We need masters, guides, teachers outside so that we will be in the right path. But we should not always cling to the master for everything, because they have greater mission, greater vision. Our master, our teacher is so happy when we meet our inner master. So meet your master means go inside. There is a master in yourself. So when you meet that inner master, inner guru, inner light, you experience mastery of your being consciousness. So for this, you need to activate, awaken your intuition. Next thing is practice of daily learning. This is another practice. Every day, as I told you, I am always obsessed with learning. I learn at least 10, 15 hours every day to learn, mostly from books or masters, from courses, from my family members, from my friends, from my sangha. This is my obsession. This is my passion. Daily learning. Every day you learn, you grow from one state to another state of consciousness. Because sometimes we slip from one higher state to lower state. If we are continuously learning, right now we are all learning through this sharing. And I am also learning to share these concepts. I learn deeply. I go deeply from within myself. So learning is happening every day. Before going to bed, ask yourself, what did I learn today? It can be a method, a tool, a technique, a strategy, a planning. It can be acceptance, forgiveness. It can be time management, anything. You just learn. Another thing is guided meditation, dear friend. We are going to have a short guided meditation now. So this is also helpful. Any guided meditations, it will take us very fastly to higher states of consciousness. So let us look into the questions section. If you have any question, you can share here, post here, my dear friend. If we plant neem seed, our friend Narayana has shared, if we plant neem seed, after few years, neem tree will grow. In the same way, we decided our life design before birth. In creator consciousness, we can change our life design. Thank you, my dear friend, for bringing such a powerful question, a right question. It's called pariprashna. Pariprashna means the right question. Buddha said to have right questions. When we have right questions, we get the right answers. So, my answer for your question is yes, we can change. As it's already saying, creator consciousness. And we know this concept that we come with a life design already, which is predefined. We ourselves, before entering into mother's womb, before taking our life into this physical body, we create a map for our life. We create a blueprint for our life. But that blueprint is the navigation. It's like a map for you. Like I will tell with an example. You set GPS in your car. You are going from one place to another place, and after going to some distance, you can change the GPS setting. Like, suppose GPS shows you two paths. You can go either this way or that way. It will be showing, right? It shows one direction, one line, clear line. It shows you have to go this way, but also there will be some other routes, right? It will show. Even our blueprint is like that. It gives a clarity, direction, whatever the blueprint that we come with. But with your daily learning, with your growth, you come with a blueprint. In 50 years I complete all these things. But after taking birth here, you meet many masters and you are learning so fast, so quick, many life lessons. And that 50 years blueprint you finished only in 20 years only, 20 years of your age. But still you have many years to go. What about, you don't vacate the body, but with creator consciousness you understand many dynamics of life. You add many dimensions to your life. You bring more meaning to your life by adding many points, by changing your life design, by changing your vision, by changing your thoughts, by having even greatest visions. So and then you add more life to your years. So that's what many people, they think, I want to live more, many years, 100 years. Many people say I want to live more life, more years. But I want to ask you, are you adding more life to your years? That's what in creator consciousness, you add more life to your years. So you can keep adding new notes, new intentions, and this life design will change continuously, because you know that you can do even many more things. So you can change that. So you can completely live a new reality. Like as I was telling with example, the GPS, it is showing you something, but you know already there is another road which will take you faster. Then you don't follow the GPS, but you just take another track. And again this GPS tracker, it connects from that link to the destination. It's also like that. We can change, dear friend. Thank you for this question. Any other questions, dear friends? Please ask me here. So our friend Maria Shubra has shared a very clear explanation. Thank you, dear friend. I'm so happy to see you are sharing. Many other friends, Anant Kiran, hi Anant Kiran. Thank you, dear friends. If you have any questions related to this concept, you please share here. You ask here, and with your question, you bring more more light, more life to many of the viewers who are watching this session. Okay, so maybe you can even post after some time. Uh, Before ending the session today, we will add this guided meditation here. We will join the guided meditation. You can, if you are typing the question, please feel free to type the question, and then you can join the meditation here. So I would like to request you to just sit comfortably. If you are driving, just stop the vehicle and sitting comfortably with by clasping your fingers, sitting very comfortable posture in the chair, maybe in the sofa, maybe you are sitting on the floor. Just sit comfortably with a little back erect, not too much straight, not even too much leaning forward, just a little erect so that you won't fall into sleep. Just close your eyes. I want you to participate in this inner journey, in this meditation. Connect to yourself. Just be aware of your own being, sitting in the body, sitting inside, being in the body, being with yourself. I want you to pay attention to your breathing, in breath and out breath, inhalation and exhalation. Just for a few minutes, we will have this guided session. Just noticing the breath. See the flow of the breath, spontaneity of the breath, harmony of the breath, breath which is adding life to your body, adding life to you, allowing yourself to go beyond the thoughts that are coming and going. You just witness, watch them coming and going, just for a few moments. Mindfulness of being, mindfulness of breathing. As you are watching your breath, you may notice many sounds from the surroundings. Just whenever you are distracted by the sounds of the from of the surroundings, you gently shift your attention back to your breath. Notice your breath, going into your inner being. As you are aware of your breath, you are traveling, you are going, journeying into the mastery of being consciousness. Every breath is taking closer to your highest state of consciousness. And as you are going deeper, deeper into this stillness, tell yourself, I am switching on my consciousness. I am turning on my consciousness. This movement forward, I turn on my consciousness, my presence. Relax deeply. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just being your own self. Past is the history, future is the mystery, present is the gift. Accepting the gift, allowing ourselves to just be, going deeper, deeper, deeper levels of consciousness. In this state of consciousness, your thoughts will not affect you anymore. Every sound will help you to go into very deep, deep. Just another 5 minutes. Going beyond victim state, letting go of victim energy, victim consciousness, and stepping out of that race consciousness. No more participation of race consciousness. Transcending, going beyond, entering into waking state of consciousness. Alertness, watchfulness, witnessing. Another few more minutes. Going beyond and entering into the state of flow, the next level of consciousness. Like how our breath is happening on its own. It is in the flow, the river of breathing, continuous flow, tuning into this flow consciousness. As we enter into this flow state of consciousness, we can connect to the next level of consciousness easily, spontaneously. It's called manifestor consciousness. Here from this stillness, we can use our intention power. Allow yourself to release your intentions, whatever that you want to become, whatever that you want to achieve. By telling yourself, I can create my life with the power of my intention. I can manifest my best life. I am the creator of my life. Allow yourself to release your intentions here. By just saying, I intend to have this in my life. Just ask anything, release any intention in the field of presence, in the field of stillness. Another 1 minute, dear friends. And from this creator consciousness, let us go to another level, deeper level, higher level, which is called higher consciousness, which is also called channeler consciousness. Allow yourself to receive impulses, intuitions, inspirations from the universe. I allow my higher self to guide me. I allow my intuition to guide me. Just allow any insights to come to you. I'm ready to receive guidance for my life. I'm ready to connect to the master within me. From this state, we start experiencing mastery of being consciousness. We transcend all the levels earlier and we are at a higher state of consciousness, channeler consciousness. Just 30 more seconds. Now allow yourself to connect to the next level of consciousness. Just going deep into ourself, connecting to our being. No thoughts, no intentions, nothing. Entering into zero state of awareness, zero state of consciousness, zero state of mind where there is nothing, which is the field of everything. Becoming nothing, being your own self. I am here to experience mastery of my being consciousness. I am the master of my life. I am the captain of my soul. I create my destiny. I live my destiny. What is my purpose? What is my mission? What is my vision in my life? Living with these questions. Thirty seconds more. I am with my own inner being. From this moment forward, whatever that I do from my being state. By doing any activity from this state, I can have anything in my life because I'm the master, I'm the captain, I'm the director of my life. Just be for a few more seconds. 10 more seconds. Just being still. I live my life with mastery. Mastery of my own mind. Mastery of my body. By experiencing perfect health. Mastery of my mind. By experience stillness. Mastery of my being consciousness. By totally tuning into the present moment. Last 5 seconds. Bringing all the insights, all the energy back into this moment. Become aware of your body. Slowly come back. As I count down from 5 to 1, when I count 1, you will open your eyes with full alertness full wakefulness, full consciousness, full mastery. 5. Returning back to this waking awareness. 4. Bringing ourselves back into this present reality. 3. Totally alert, totally grounded, fully back into your wakeful state of mind. 2. 1. Whenever you are ready, you gently place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and slowly, slowly come back. You can continue if you would like to continue the session for some more time. But when you are ready, may gently come back and slowly open your eyes with smile, bringing this newness, freshness into this moment. Wow, amazing. It's so beautiful. Welcome back, dear friends. So you can have any questions. If you have any questions, please share here. Maybe we'll close the session in the next 2 minutes. You can post the doubts here. And before we see any questions in the comment section, let me share with you about this program, which I am excited, which I am happy to share the presentation. Let me see if I can share my presentation slides. I think it's not coming. Maybe some issue. That's fine. So I would like to share about Soul Coach Transformation Program, which is going to start in Telugu language from 21st this January. It starts from 22nd, but every participant who registered for the program, they are landing to QLU Campus at Vikarabad on 21st by afternoon. So we are really excited. We have greater energy, and we are ready, getting ready to welcome many friends to join this course, which is very powerful course, which brought a tremendous shift in my life 9 years back. So in 2012, when I joined this course, my whole life has shifted. I encourage everyone to join this course. So it's a 20-day course, a free program. But this time we are having this, refundable deposit we fixed. Because we want everyone to complete the course fully with full responsibility. That's why we have fixed this refundable deposit of 3,000 for Telugu batch and 5,000 for English batch. So English batch is going to start from February 5th. So one has to come on 4th February. So prior registration is a must for joining this course. Online registrations are there. You can go to our website www.qluglobal.org. If you are from Telugu regional person, like Telugu person, maybe from AP or Telangana, if you want to join in Telugu batch, right away after this session, just open the website and register, because we have very few seats are available. But one more condition, I can say it's a condition, but not a limitation. Because we are doing this course, we are around 400 to 500 members, maybe 600 members will be joining the course. We want everyone to bring their COVID test be done to come for the course. First, register yourself, or else first go for COVID testing, corona testing, if you are from Telugu batch, because 3 days before they need to have this corona test done. If you got the negative report, then just to book the seat online. Of course, some of you, if you are already registered for the program, please go for testing, so that many participants, will be happily, joyfully, celebrating in this wisdom sharing sessions for 10 days, not one day, 10 days continuously. We have many such this kind of sessions by Dr. Newton, Dr.Lakshmi, myself, and my sangha, and Acharyas from QLE and QLU and trainers will be sharing. So this is the best program ever happened, on this Earth planet. So in English batch, we have some more time. Next month is starting. So please register yourself in English or Telugu. So I highly, highly recommend to you and many of our friends who are sharing here. I know many of them who already did this program. I can see their smiles, even though I can't see them, but through their comments, through their sharing, I can see the transformational experience that I can feel vibrationally wherever you are. And also some of you who are already registered and you are eager to come there. So dear friends, join this program. And any questions are there? There are many sharings, dear friends. um, Prashanti Soul Coach program, she mentioned about it. Yes, please enroll yourself. Rashekar, hello Rashekar. And Radha, hello Radha Garu, thank you. And I think Lakshmi Manchuji, you joined. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy. Hello, big hello to you and to everyone. And thanks a million for wonderful session, sir. Anant Kiran, dear Anand, thank you. I'm also so happy for sharing this. It's because I'm sorry we exceeded the time because I am deeply immersed into my being consciousness. I was out of these boundaries, out of time bound. I entered into timeless awareness. That's why I exceeded time. And one more friend has shared. Let me read this comment. It was a wonderful session, sir. Very useful information. I am certainly moving towards the higher consciousness level. That is amazing. Thank you for sharing, dear friend. Uh, the person name is Kulnathan Ratnam. Thank you, dear friend. I'm so happy to hear from you. Shivashankar, hi Shivashankar. So please come to QLU campus, attend this course, or we have many webinars, online programs are happening, many courses are happening, many amazing masters from QLU are sharing, this wisdom. So thank you so much. I'm signing off. You can join the next session next Sunday. I'm signing off. I'm so grateful to all of you, to my Sangha members who support me here, and also to my masters, to QLU, everyone who helped me in my growth. Thank you all. Signing off. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye. Bye.